Today we are talking about a fear that most couples have. Are we not compatible anymore?
Mm. Let's normalize this conversation. So we're gonna talk about that on today because today's topic is: Are we still compatible?
Hmm.
What no one tells you about growing together in a marriage. All right. So with that being said, I'm Nikki,
And I'm George,
and
and
this
this
is
is
the
the G
G Way
Way podcast.
Podcast. Let's get into it, guys.
Here's what compatibility means to us. First, not matching personalities, but shared values, communication, and adaptability.
Compatibility involves over seasons. So that's something that happens when it says over seasons. We're going to be talking about it from a relationship standpoint. So
Mhm.
over your relationship, you go through different seasons and different time frames.
Correct.
So that's when you have to try to check the comparison and the compatibility because sometimes the other one can outgrow the other
The
one.
other one,
So
right?
we're going to talk about that on today.
Yes.
And then that leads us into our second part of it. Why couples feel off in the new
New
seasons.
seasons.
So we
Hmm.
listed some different things that we wanted to discuss with y'all. So we're gonna list it. So the first one was career. It could be a career change,
Career change,
parenting shifts,
parenting shifts.
personal growth,
Hmm.
spiritual growth, and
Hmm.
emotional needs for changing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So talk about the one that sticks out to me the most is the personal growth, and I'm
Hmm.
gonna elaborate on that because as far as a female, I'm gonna talk from a woman's standpoint. I know they say the saying is women
Hmm.
mature before the men, right?
That's what they say.
So that's
Mm.
I don't know if that's true or not, yeah. But to me, I think it is because in my experience is when me and George all know that we was together since high school.
Hmm.
So it took me to tell him like, hey, this we not doing X, Y, and Z for us to get to where we at. I'm not gonna say the whole
Right.
relationship, but the start of it to us to get on the same page,
Yeah.
right? So that comes with personal growth because you don't want to be stagnant with
Yes.
someone not wanting to grow. So
Hmm.
that's mine on that. So I don't know which one George want to pick.
For me, I would say a spiritual growth because after I got the understanding from her
Okay.
of what we were going to be doing or working towards, we also had to get spiritually connected, and that
Okay.
involved her, and me both being a part of church, both being equally yoked, both of us going through our our
I would I would say spiritual
just
journey.
spiritual journeys, yeah,
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, spiritual growth.
Yeah.
Okay, George, that's a good one right there.
Yeah.
Okay, you
That
trying to
helps.
outshine me with your thoughts, but okay. And then that goes into the signs of growing apart versus just changing. So
Hmm.
it's two things that we put. We put that there's our signs for you growing apart versus the changing. So
Yes.
I'm gonna list the first thing that me and George came up with. The first one would be the signs of you growing apart, and that's emotional distance, constant tension, different visions of the future.
Hmm.
So we can talk about that first, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to emotional distance, so you might not be able to express your difference in your emotions.
Hmm.
You might be at the beginning of your relationship or marriage, you probably was able to like go along with it, but as the time goes, like you started feeling that those different emotions that you're feeling, and you don't know how to express them because you never had to. Because
Hmm.
we have our love bugs and butterflies at the
Butterflies at the
beginning,
beginning.
but then
Yeah.
as the years go by,
Yes.
now this
Yeah.
not the person that
Yeah.
I
This the
thought.
person
I
that you
love them,
continue to
but
wake up
this, yeah,
with.
like what's going on here? So
Yeah.
then that's when that emotional
Yeah.
distance comes, and then
Yes.
that goes into the constant tension,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Because then now
You
you
have
feeling
a lot of
tension
tensions
on
that come
that.
in. Yeah. Hmm.
So it's all lining up,
And
right?
you got to know how to work with having those situations
Yeah.
that come in.
And then
Yeah.
that's when it goes to the difference.
Different vision for the future, right? So you can have different visions
Yeah.
of the future, and that's together. Like
Yeah.
she might see future differently from the way I see future,
Yeah.
but then we have to learn how to put our future
Mhm.
together. We
Yeah.
gotta put together what she sees, and I gotta put together what I see, and we make it
and we make it.
coexist.
So those are the things that nobody going into a marriage or relationship discusses, because
Yeah.
those can be on a different compatible level
Yeah.
as the time grows on with growth.
Yeah.
So then that's verse just changing.
Mm.
Talk about the just changing ones.
All right. Normal maturity. Also, shifting preferences and busy seasons.
Okay.
These are
So
just changing things that
this the
happen.
changes, right?
Yeah.
So the first one is the normalize the maturity,
Mm-hmm.
and that goes back to what I said, like the maturing it. Like me in my mind, I feel like you're not adults all the way with your whole physicalness until you're around 30.
That's when you
That's when I feel
fully
like,
mature.
yeah,
Okay.
because I think 25 used to be the number for me, but I think 30
Yeah.
is when you really know exactly the things
Mm-hmm.
that you want to be doing. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
some people get it before, but I feel like the round off number is 30,
Yeah.
because that's when you started saying, okay, this is exactly how I want my life to be. Because you
Mm.
might 25, you might be having that, but then you might be like,
Mm.
maybe I still want to do this. But I think at 30, I think
Yeah.
that's the age that I feel like that
Yeah.
most people know exactly
What they want,
what's what
what they, how they are
what they looking
maturing.
at.
Yeah. What they gonna do or what they really not gonna do.
Yeah.
What they not gonna stand for.
Mhm.
So yeah, I can
Yeah.
agree to
And
that.
then the shift in preferences.
Okay. And then the shifting preferences. When we say shifting preferences, I would say just like, you know how some people can feel this way at the beginning and then they just switch and say, "Nah, I don't feel like that no more. I feel this way." So then you gotta both be well.
Yeah, that's the
One,
change,
we
right?
gotta,
Like, hold on,
yeah,
when you started feeling this way, that's what you
exactly,
started acting like,
yeah,
but those are the things that you didn't ask at the
at the
beginning,
beginning,
right?
correct.
And then that's buys into busy
Busy
seasons.
seasons that we get,
So
yeah.
you be so busy
Mm-hmm.
that you're not paying attention to none of this stuff that we just listed,
Yeah.
because y'all all in love land and we just
Yeah.
getting fresh and we just on a
Yeah.
cloud of love,
Yeah. Busy season is just it's happening.
right?
Yeah, and we not stopping the time.
So
We
those are the
going.
things that we want
Mm-hmm.
y'all to ask yourself before you even get into a marriage,
Yeah.
or get those things understood, because that's the part of growing, right?
Yeah, we gotta grow.
So
Gotta grow
you
together.
want to be able to understand that part. So now we about to get into George valuable notes.
All
All right,
right.
George, let's
All
go.
right. So for my first notes, I'm coming straight to the men. It says, men, continue to share with your spouse. And now, even though it can be hard to try, even though sometimes it can be hard, always try your best to share with them. And that's also with your food, your money,
Oh,
time, uh, thoughts, everything.
yeah, I heard
Always
him.
continue
He
to
said
share.
food. Yeah, I'm gonna see that.
Whatever you got left, man, share with your spouse.
Okay.
Okay. All right. My next one is find times for getaways together. They are always great for spending time together and enjoying your time together. So that quality time. Sometimes if you can't get it at home, uh, sometimes take a road trip.
Okay.
Set time for a flight away so you can just spend that time together. I feel like that's always good.
Mhm.
Okay. Now we know that couples argue, but always find ways to cut them short or don't let them linger around because they are not healthy for y'all's relationship. So when arguments come, we know that they are, easy to come about. They are normal. But
Yeah.
we want I want to tell y'all to find a way to make it to where we don't have to argue. Like, cut it short. Find a way to break the ice or stop the argument so that we can continue to, do the things that we need to do.
Yeah, that's good, Judge, because we always transparent, because we was arguing, had a
Yeah,
disagreements right
it's
before
normal.
taping for the podcast, and we know
Yeah.
the devil be busy, because what we doing is we trying to reach out to married couples
Right.
and relationship and give it advice. So
Mm-hmm.
we know we have to put ourselves on a higher standards to know that if we talking it, then we need to work
We
with it,
got to
right?
walk it. Yeah.
We got to walk it. So we had to go through a lot of takes before we started this recording. And I just wanted
Yeah.
to share that with y'all, because we're not perfect, and we had to pray about it, and
Yeah,
we had to
that's right.
understand, like, hey,
What's a life with no errors?
you have to
It's
have it.
none.
You have to go through disagreements.
It's
So,
none. So
we had to get on the right
it's
page to
it's
get
it's good.
started, to be able to bring this. And I know the devil's going to keep being on us and try to get us to, have arguments. But we able to work, like you said, we was able to work through it
Yeah. We
and to
always
get
work
through
it out.
it to be able to record this and get it out there for y'all. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it for George Valuable Notes, y'all. Give it up for him.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, so this is the time when y'all know we get into it, nothing but the
Real.
real. So now we're gonna go into it. It says we got this ready. So after we did at the first part, after we just gave y'all the
Mm-hmm.
compatible parts,
Mm-hmm.
right? What to look for. So now we're gonna give y'all how to grow together and not apart, because we want to help save the relationship in the marriage. So this is the first one I put: regular compatibility check-ins.
Check-ins. Mm.
So when I say that, I mean like we always want to check in with your spouse. You want to be able to say, hey, is there anything that's you need from me, or whatever the case is. Check in
Yeah.
to be on the same
Always.
page, right?
Mm-hmm.
Updating your vision as a couple,
Mm.
because I don't know if a lot of people have visions like for the future,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I know when me and George started talking, we had the goal. You know how you list the board, you got the goals, and we had a vision of where we wanted to be within this certain time frame. But I know everything don't go as the plan, right? But at least have a vision of where you're going and what directions you want to go into, right?
Yeah.
So the next one would be,
I can do the next one that we came up with.
uh-huh.
Uh, Understanding each other's new needs that we have, and this is needs that come about out the blue sometimes, or just at that time.
Yeah,
Yeah, she might have a need of
different
probably,
needs, right?
yeah, not
It's all kinds of
all
needs,
kinds of
because it
needs. I
comes
was
to
gonna
needs
say,
active
yeah,
wise, what
yeah,
George mind, it seemed like that's what George brain was going to, the
yeah,
active needs,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
All of that.
Whatever
Because
need.
sometimes now since you said that,
Yeah.
we all grown here, so we
Mm-hmm.
know that needs of sex is important. Intimacy, let's
Yeah.
say sex and intimacy
Yeah.
is needed in your
Yeah.
marriage, in your relationship, really in
Yeah.
your marriage, because we married. That's what I'm gonna keep saying. I like talking about, because those are necessary needs, right? And
Right.
everybody get into a marriage and they be like, I don't want to do that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm tired. I don't. You don't need to be doing that in your marriage. I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you that, because that is not of what God put in. If y'all go back into that Bible,
Right.
it says that that is part of the marriage.
That's
I don't
not what
remember what
God.
scripture it was or whatever,
Yeah.
but I know when we was going through marriage counseling, our pastor that gave us the real and told us that women, we don't supposed to hold it out from our husbands,
Yeah.
right? So that's a part of, and they don't supposed to hold it out for me, us.
Right.
So that's a part of your needs, right? All right,
Yes.
George.
Yeah.
And then,
And then the last one I would say is prayer and faith alignment
uh,
together.
yeah,
I feel like that is something that helps you really grow. When you can pray together, y'all can talk, share, and also cry together. That helps align y'all
yeah, that
together
does,
to
right?
just put y'all in the same place at the same time and to go the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're about to give an example on our what we would say that helped us go from making
Mm-hmm.
sure that we have what we talking about, right?
Yeah.
Are we still compatible? Let's ask ourselves that
Yeah.
question. So
Yeah.
what you think,
I
George?
feel like we are. How you feel? You putting me on the spot.
I'm just
I
trying
feel
to,
like we are
I want to see where your head at.
compatible.
Since we
Yeah.
on lot, we
I
talking
mean, I
about it.
feel like we are. We've been through so much already together. We have a future together. We already planning for.
Yeah.
We are working together. We know how to work together. We have children. We
Mhm.
have a career to already. We
Yeah.
just got big plans and things in the future. So I feel like we good. We can talk to each other. We can spend time together.
So
Go
everything,
anywhere
yeah.
together.
We
Yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
think we like real compatible, right?
Right. I feel
But
like we are.
also, have you ever had a, like, I wanted to ask myself, have we ever had a time frame when you felt like we wasn't compatible? Like
I mean,
when we
sometimes
were,
you may, yeah. I
it
probably
comes on
felt
and
like
off.
we, yeah. Before you feel like, oh man, wait, this ain't working.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about this today.
So when you was thinking that way?
It ain't the breaking up.
This is just
This is
the
just like I
moods,
feel like
the different
we
moods.
ain't gelling together. So,
Yeah, it come,
so
and I think that, to be honest and to
yeah,
be transparent, I think that comes like every other day, probably, when you
yeah,
feel
it's
some type of
happening.
way
I
with
feel like
compatible.
that's
But you,
normal.
long as you say that last part that we said, to
Yeah,
keep prayer and faith to in the alignment,
yeah,
I think that's would be the best part of your marriage. Like when you know how to
yeah,
recognize
yeah,
when it's something going on,
yeah.
and you know how to go
Go
to it
to it
in prayer
and
and get
go.
that thing
Yeah,
back
get it right.
aligned.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I think
It's the main thing. You
yeah,
got
that's
to get
it.
it right. We ain't gonna always agree, but we gotta always agree to work together
We
and
have to
do it
work
right.
together. We are a team, and we have to
Yes,
do that.
for
And I
sure.
think when this comes, I always was big with the growing part,
Yeah,
because I feel like when you're because we went to a wedding this past weekend,
Correct.
and every wedding that we have went to, we see how everybody be excited because you're starting off a new journey and you're
Mm-hmm.
taking those vows and everything is good. But
Mm-hmm.
as the years go by, you got to understand that it's going to be a growing season throughout
Mm-hmm.
the years of being married,
Yeah.
right? It should be. Now some people can be married for years and ain't nothing changed, they ain't did
Mm-hmm.
nothing different, they just there.
Yeah.
But if you having a healthy marriage, it's always going to be some growing.
Yeah.
Because I know we had our family and stuff tell us like, hey, we're so proud of y'all, we because they have watched us come from where we are to now. And it helps, right?
Yeah.
Because if we still staying stagnant
Mm-hmm.
and not growing, then everybody gonna be like, oh, y'all still
Yeah.
doing the same
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
you know.
Exactly.
And we always been one of those couples that wanted to help others and wanted
Mm-hmm.
to grow and wanted
And
to change
and
and
also
do
be an
different things.
example because we
Yeah, be an
are an
example.
example as
Yeah,
well. So yeah, and
yeah,
we know it. We know what we have. We know what we do. We know what we got. We know all of these things. So we just continue to rise. And that's
yeah.
the way we do it, on a continuous basis. Like, if I fall short, she helps me. She picks me
Mhm.
up. And if she falls short, so I'm there to help and pick her up, build her up, and we build each other up
Yeah.
and we build our relationship and
Mhm.
continue to do that. So yeah.
So that's good, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we always get to have to have a include a scripture, George.
Correct.
So
You want me to do the
yeah, go
scripture?
ahead and put it in
Okay.
there.
Where there is unity, God commands the blessing. And that comes from Psalms 133 and 1.
Mm.
So
And that's how God
hold on to that.
aligns it, right?
Yes. That's how
Yeah,
he
let's
aligns it.
talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
Where there is unity, God
Mm-hmm.
commands the blessing. So what do you think that's like? Because to me, I feel like when you say unity, that's marriage, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
that's one.
Right.
So I feel like when God commands the blessing. So you
Mm-hmm.
know how people be like, what nobody we haven't been getting no blessings and stuff like that. But I
Mm-hmm.
know if you know that God honors marriage before
Mm-hmm.
all these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not doing right in your marriage, don't
Mm-hmm.
expect for God to bless it. That's what
Yeah.
I get out of it.
Yeah.
So it's basically like saying that to
Mm-hmm.
me. I don't know what you think, Joy.
Where there is unity, God commands the blessing. Yeah, I feel like if you doing it God's way and y'all both are equally yoked, y'all both fighting in this relationship together, God will bless it.
Yeah,
You gonna, like you said, you're gonna have
you're gonna have
heartaches
all
and
kinds of
pains,
things happen on.
ups and downs, disagreements,
Yes.
fights and wrestles
Mm-hmm.
and arguments and all that stuff. But I feel like honestly, God is gonna bless it, and
Yeah.
there's always a blessing behind it. You just gotta stick in there. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
stay,
Stay
stay moving,
consistent,
stay consistent,
because
stay
one thing that
working.
we do know,
Yeah,
whenever you have God involved in something,
yeah,
the devil is gonna try to attack it,
definitely.
and
That's
he
what the
does
devil
not like
does.
a healthy marriage.
That's what the
And
devil
I know
does.
everybody see all of these marriages
Mm-hmm.
failing and all this crazy stuff going on, and then y'all know I'm always say, if it ain't founded
Yeah,
on God, and it will crumble,
yeah,
right?
that's right.
So yeah, that's big. What I feel like. So I know that the growing part, like in the title, it just says nobody talk about the growing together in a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody talk about marriage, but don't nobody understand or talk about that. So that's why we wanted to bring this topic into y'all.
Yeah,
So my thing is that we put down for us for y'all to have for this is you don't stay compatible on accident. You stay compatible on purpose,
right.
because if you're doing it by accident, that's just
Yeah,
like,
that just
ugh,
happened.
you
That
know.
just
But
out of the blue
yeah,
happened.
but if it's a purpose behind
Yeah.
it, then it's like really, like
Mm-hmm.
really something that you want to do. Don't just be doing it because you know you're trying to please the other your significant other.
Right.
Just make sure you're doing that.
Yeah.
And so y'all know that we always looking for to talk about stuff with y'all, and we gonna have look forward for the next week
Yeah. Look forward
episode.
to seeing us
Yeah,
again.
because y'all gonna keep seeing us. We're
Exactly.
gonna keep talking,
We're gonna
giving y'all the
stay.
good
We're
things.
gonna stay being
We're
fresh,
gonna keep
right?
being fresh.
Right.
Y'all
Doing
been
what we
seeing it,
doing.
and we
You
just
know,
having fun with it. We want
enjoying
to
it.
talk. We're
Yeah.
gonna get
Just
some more guests. So
doing this
if
thing
you
the
would
G
like to be
way.
a guest on our podcast,
Yeah.
if you can send us a
Send us
message,
a message.
different things like that.
Yeah.
We're looking also to collaborate with others.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be doing a lot with our channel, and we're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
broadening out.
Right.
So we just wanted
We're
y'all
gonna,
to be able
we're
to
gonna do some
stay
live
connected.
streaming, like when we go in
Yeah,
places and stuff like
we just
that.
want y'all to
We're
be
gonna do a lot of different things. Yeah.
involved. Like, and we
Yeah.
appreciate everyone.
Yeah.
We like
Definitely
all of y'all.
appreciate y'all. We love y'all, you know.
We love y'all, and
Yes,
we happy to
yes,
be here again.
yes,
So
again.
make sure y'all be ready for next week episode,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So with that being said, it's
It's
only
only
one way,
one
and
way,
that's
and
the
that's the G
G
way.
way. All right, peace out, y'all.
Peace out.